both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
Now, this defense for the Lions, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
2nd and 3. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's 2nd and 8. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll look to throw here. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Christian Barmore busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Racey McMath, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
7, Lions nothing. Jack Fox set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught by Montgomery. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
He'll buy some time right. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
At the 17.
Second down at 5.
He'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown.
DK Metcalf. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Lions, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On play action, they'll throw. This is caught. And he's brought down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Raekwon McMillan gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 23. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now a throw here, hauled in. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. A run for Kamara on first down, but the running room closes up quickly as he's only able to get a yard there.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 now. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll set up to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Buying time to his left. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And they've got it just 2 yards away from the end zone. They'll have it 1st and goal here from the 2-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DK Metcalf with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Coup for the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Cardinals 21, Lions nothing. Jack Fox set to kickoff.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson.
A CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet, so they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And how about this, a fake? And this is caught, and the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down.
Always enjoy a good fake, but I really enjoy it when he throws the football from punt formation. Now, you were a kicker and a punter in high school. Did you ever do that?
One time, threw to my man Tim Jones on a botched field goal attempt. Hit him right in the numbers, and Jones, he just dropped it.
Oh, the poor guy. Well, we had a fake punt here, and this guy caught it. So I think he and his friends will be okay with that one.
And he loves his play call, right? He's been waiting for this one all week long.
Been had that arm loosened up ever since they got to the stadium.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, If you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jerome Baker. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. Touchdown, Detroit. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
The score, Cardinals 28, Lions 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. He sets to fire deep. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Lions will take over possession here up at the 44. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
At the 22-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack.
But you do need to know as a young quarterback that if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick, and you have to know where to go with the football, really in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Cards are going to take over here at their own
own 22-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man is McMath. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Big Christian Barmore was there on the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
It's 2nd down and 10.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Cardinals will take over here at their own 14-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. T.J. Watt. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. 2nd and 16.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
That's caught by McMahon.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They go play action here on first down. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd and 7.
A give to Kamara running right. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
41 yards on the ground for him so far.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game. I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. That's going to be caught. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. 28 yards.
And the Cardinals are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Jack Fox set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
He'll drop to throw.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Grady Jarrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Now here's a throw that's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw here.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll drop to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. A 10th carry for Kamara. Pushes him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
72 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Forced out to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Well, this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 23. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Detroit. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And I tell you from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's-eye view of that throw. And it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Second and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let it go again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cardinals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Lions 21. Jack Fox set to
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Open man completes it to Claypool. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. 2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
49. Lions 21. Jack Fox set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Completion here to Claypool. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Now the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Arizona, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.